Bryan, tell us what's going on with the National Christian Foundation.
All right. I was driving last month, and in my rearview mirror, I saw this lady have a tire blowout, and so I pulled over in front of her, and she pulled over, and I have a spiritual gift for changing tires, so I got out and I changed her tire, and as I was kind of getting the jack and getting all this done, I just realized that this car is barely running. It's an old CRV. This gal is a mom. Her teenage daughter's with her. The daughter's translating. And so I finished the tire, and I thought to myself, this lady, to buy a new tire is like a major, major, major ordeal. And so I keep $100 in my glove box for emergencies when I forget my wallet and I need gas. So I got the $100. I put it in her hand, and I said, God bless you. This will buy you a new tire. And the daughter translated. Before she finished translating, the lady literally fainted in front of me and then kind of just grabbed me in a bear hug and with just snotty tears. And I'm not a real touchy guy, but I just thought, this is the best $100 I've ever spent in my life. I felt like Superman saving the bus full of kids. It was just incredible. And it was just, the Holy Spirit just reminded me, Bryan, like, have that $100 in your glove box and be attentive. Like, have it there. Remember that it's there. Be attentive for what the Holy Spirit might bring you. And so I just want to encourage you in that, because it was just such an encouragement for me. So in the zone of generosity, I just got a couple service announcements. One is back at the booth, the big, gigantic booth. There's a guide to year-end giving. There's a lot of key dates in here, a lot of strategies that you can use to save yourself some taxes this year if you're generous. And a couple things related to that. If you are selling a business or real estate, talk to us before you do that, because you could avoid some capital gains and give a lot more to charity than you think you can. Now, let's say you've already done that and that ship has sailed and you are looking towards next year of having a huge tax bill because you've already had that event and it's coming. All is not lost. You can give up to 60% of your adjusted gross income in any given year in cash and get a full deduction. So let's just say I make $100,000, for example, and I have a $10 million business sale, and it's that once-in-a-lifetime thing that happens. I can give $6,060,000 to charity and get a full deduction. So if you've had some big cash event and that's happened, you can give a heck of a lot of money and get a huge deduction and move a lot more money into the kingdom rather than to the state and federal government. And you say, Bryan, I don't know. I don't think I've ever said this up front, but my wife and I did this 2 years in a row. You don't have to be, we always look at that guy or that gal or that family as the wealthy family that can do that, and we're just kind of squeaking by. But the truth is, I just want to encourage you to be attentive to the Holy Spirit and what He might tell you to do, because sometimes He asks you to do things that are completely insane, like giving half away your income. But in our experience, it was not the victorious Christian living experience for us, but it was one of the most pivotal spiritual growth experiences of my life. So I want to encourage you in that. Last announcement. We have donor-advised funds. For those of you that know, donor-advised fund is a charitable checking account. We're starting to see secular-based donor-advised funds beginning to prohibit grants to Christian charities. So if you have one of those accounts, you should talk to us. So those are my announcements. And by the way, if you've heard nothing else, on your way out, get $100 out of that ATM. Put it in your glove box. See what God does. Thanks.
It's interesting. I just saw a bunch of guys go out there to check out Bryan's glove box, so there you go.